Good evening. You're watching the News at 6 with me, Ishan Russell. The News at 6 is all about the day's biggest developing stories, and we'll be filling in on them over the next half hour. But first, the headlines we're tracking right now. Andhra Pradesh gets its date with history. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of Amravati, the new capital of the state. Union Minister General V.K. Singh quotes controversy on the Ballabgarh incident, forced to clarify on insensitive remarks that union government can't be held responsible for such incidents. In his Dussehra Day speech, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat praises the Modi government, refrains from mentioning Ballabgarh and Dadri cases, but says small incidents can't damage the unity of the country. And US report claims Pakistan could be the world's fifth largest nuclear weapons state, estimates that it has a stockpile of 110 to 130 warheads, now compared to 110 in 2011. Well, first of all, a very happy Dussehra to all of you from the entire team over here at Rajya TV. Now on to our top story for this evening. Andhra Pradesh today had its tryst with destiny when it got cracking on the job to build a new capital. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone for what Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu said will be the city of the future.
The sleepy village of Udanda, Rajunipalam, waking up to fulfill its destiny as the people's capital of Andhra Pradesh. To the accompaniment of hymns and invocations, over 4 lakh people watched the Prime Minister Narendra Modi laying the foundation stone for the new capital Amravati. Modi gave full credit to the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister for making the historic occasion possible in just over 16 months.
आंध्र प्रदेश की राजधानी जो राजधानी सदियों से अपनी एक सांस्कृतिक विरासत लेकर के जी रही है, उस ऐतिहासिक विरासत को साथ जोड़ते हुए अमरावती नए रंग रूप के साथ, नए आधुनिक साज सज्जा के साथ आंध्र के आशा अपेक्षा का केंद्र बिंदु बनने जा रही हैं.
Ministers from Singapore and Japan, city planners, ambassadors from 14 countries, central ministers and celebrities were among those who heard the Prime Minister reaffirm that the centre will honour its promises for the new city.
मैं आंध्र वासियों को विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट के अंदर जो भी बातें कही गई हैं उसको लेटर एंड स्पिरिट के साथ भारत सरकार साथ रहेगी, लागू करेगी. चंद्रबाबू और नरेंद्र मोदी की जोड़ी जो बातें तय हुई है उसको साकार करके रहेगी, समय सीमा में साकार करके रहेगी.
It was a personal triumph for the Chief Minister, who overcame the bitterness caused by the state's bifurcation into Andhra and Telangana and seized the opportunity to make the city of the future.
I am delighted, I am very happy. Under your leadership, I am confident we will build world's best capital, that is people's capital in Amravati.
The new capital has 10 years to stand on its feet when it will fully service the needs of Andhra Pradesh. The government is planning for the city to be a heaven of opportunities.
We from Japan understand what great efforts it takes to make a new city. We remember from World War II, from the burning fields, how we created a new nation all out of nothing. All our experience, all our technology and our good wishes are here to help the people of Amravati make this beautiful and wonderful city.
In Hindu mythology, Amravati is the capital of Indra, the king of gods. Historically, Amravati was once the seat of power of the Satvahana rulers. Naidu says he wants the new city to be a similar benchmark. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now, the Central Bureau of Investigation has begun investigating the death of the 2 Dalit children in the Supair village of Haryana's Faridabad district. Earlier, Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar visited the family of the 2 children. Visiting the family, Khattar said that the incident should not be given a political or casteist colour. Khattar also handed over a cheque of 10 lakh rupees to the aggrieved family. He also promised to punish any policemen in case of laxity on their part. A 2.5-year-old boy and his 11-month-old sister died after the assailants allegedly poured petrol through a window in their house in the middle of the night. While the children died in the ensuing blaze, the mother suffered serious burns and is battling for life in a Delhi hospital. The father also received injuries while trying to save them.
बड़े अफसोस के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि कुछ पार्टियां इसमें पॉलिटिकल रंग देने की कोशिश कर रही हैं। ये घटना किसी पॉलिटिकल रंग से नहीं देखी जानी चाहिए, न ही कोई जातिगत विद्वेष इस प्रकार का कोई इसमें देखा जाना चाहिए।
कानून व्यवस्था बिल्कुल चरमरा गई प्रदेश में। ऐसा लगता है हरियाणा में कोई सरकार ही नहीं है। कानून व्यवस्था का जिस परिवार को सिक्योरिटी मिली हुई हो उसका ये हाल है, तो जो गरीब आदमी जिनके पास कोई सिक्योरिटी नहीं, वो कैसे उनका कैसे विश्वास रहेगा? तो कानून व्यवस्था को संभालें।
Now, as the situation in the Sonpet village in Haryana's Faridabad district remains delicate, the Union Minister of State for External Affairs, General V.K. Singh, has courted controversy with his insensitive remarks. Comparing the deaths of 2 Dalit children with stoning of dogs, General Singh said that the Union government could not be held responsible for it. He, however, issued a clarification on this later.
In a shocking statement, Minister of State for External Affairs General V.K. Singh has tried to wash off blame for the murder of 2 Dalit children in Haryana's Faridabad district. Not only did he say that the union government cannot be blamed for the incident, he also compared it to the stoning of dogs.
कभी स्थानीय घटनाओं का सरकार से ताल्लुक मत रखिए। कहां पर इंतजामिया का फेलियर है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का, उसके बाद फिर सरकार के ऊपर आते हैं। तो हर चीज के अंदर कि जी वहां पे उसने पत्थर मार दिया कुत्ते के तो सरकार जिम्मेवार है, ऐसे नहीं है।
General Singh blamed a family feud for the killings and said the failure of administration cannot be put on the government's head. There is obvious furore over the insensitive statement.
This is pure and utter casteism and a caste hatred filled or caste arrogance filled statement. And therefore action has to be taken under the Prevention of Crimes Against SC Act. There are relevant provisions about verbal casteist abuse.
It reflects the anti-Dalit mindset of Modi government and its ministers. V.K. Singh ji cannot remain a minister and someone who defends the constitution even for a day. A case under Prevention of Atrocities on Scheduled Caste Act Section 3 and 4 should be immediately lodged against him.
Following the criticism, Singh eventually tweeted a clarification. He said that he had not intended to make an analogy. Singh also said that it was important to stand united and let no one exploit India's diversity by blowing up localized issues. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And another minister has landed in the midst of a controversy. Union Minister of State for Home, Kiran Rijiju, about his remark about North Indians. Agreeing with the statement made by a former Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Rijiju said North Indians take pride and enjoy in breaking rules. He made these remarks on the sidelines of a function to inaugurate a think tank on police-related subjects. Though he didn't name him, former Delhi Lieutenant Governor Tejinder Singh had said in February 2008 that it's a specialty of North and West India that people feel a sense of honor and pride in violating law and boasting that no action has been taken against them. Rijiju later retracted his statement after opposition parties lodged a strong protest.
अभी पूरा देखा नहीं है, लेकिन लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर साहब ने आज से शायद 6-7 साल पहले कुछ बोले थे, तो मैंने कहा कि लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर साहब ने सही कहा, मगर ये पूरा समाज को लागू होता है। ये सिर्फ एक सेक्शन नॉर्थ इंडियन, साउथ इंडियन, ईस्ट इंडियन, वेस्ट इंडियन ऐसे नहीं होता है। ये समाज को लागू होता है और समाज को समझना पड़ेगा।
किरण रिजिजू जी का ये कहना बिल्कुल, भारत सरकार के एक मंत्री का कहना बिल्कुल गलत है। आपको याद होगा कि एक बार दिल्ली के एक एलजी ने इस तरह की बात कही थी जब यूपीए का शासन था। ही वॉज फोर्स्ड, उनको दबाव बना के उनको बयान वापस उनको लेना पड़ा, लेकिन यहाँ एक तरह से मोदी सरकार के लोग उसको जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं।
रिजिजू इज सेइंग दैट ऑल the North Indians they are in a habit of breaking laws. Is he trying to say that all the North Indians are criminals?
किसी भी क्षेत्र के समूह और व्यक्तियों के बारे में भेदभावपूर्ण टिप्पणी करना संवैधानिक पदों पर बैठे हुए लोगों के लिए मर्यादित नहीं है।
Now, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat has once again praised the Narendra Modi-led NDA government, not making a direct reference to incidents like Dadri and Ballabgarh. He said that small incidents cannot damage the unity of the country. However, opposition parties lashed out at Bhagwat, alleging that the Sangh is indirectly controlling this government.
संपूर्ण मानव जाति के हित की कामना करते हैं और संपूर्ण मानव जाति की बात करते समय उनकी सारी विविधताओं का स्वीकार करके चलते, सम्मान करके चलते। ये अनुशासन सिखाने वाला जो है जीवन का तरीका, जो सबको जोड़ता है, सबको ऊपर उठाता है, किसी को गिराता नहीं, किसी को बिखरने नहीं देता, उसको हमारे यहाँ धर्म कहा है।
Without making a reference to the recent incidents of communal and caste tensions, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat sought to underplay them in his annual address on the occasion of Vijayadashmi in Nagpur. The opposition, however, has not taken kindly to his words, alleging that the Sangh is indirectly controlling the actions of the NDA government.
Unelected cultural organization running the government and deciding on its policies is extremely unfortunate, saddening, and is also scary because we do not really know what goes on in their mind, and yet they have the charge and the remote to decide what happens and in which direction the country will head into.
जिस तरह से भागवत जी ने दुनिया के परिप्रेक्ष्य में भारत की भूमिका को रखा, इससे साबित हो गया कि संघ राष्ट्रीय सेवक संघ अब अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सेवक संघ बनना चाहता है, इसलिए मोदी जी पूरी दुनिया का दौरा कर रहे हैं।
The main opposition party Congress also raised questions on the live telecast of Bhagwat's speech on public broadcaster Doordarshan.
It is a private function of a private organization, and the government has nothing to do with that. Now the public broadcaster is giving lot of publicity and special coverage for this program, which is incorrect.
The ruling BJP, however, has put up a strong defense in favor of the RSS. The party says the organization has been working for the unity of the country for several years now.
जब प्राइवेट चैनल जो हैं वो जो लाइव कर रहे हैं तो दूरदर्शन क्यों नहीं करेगा? सरसंघचालक जी की बात को जनता तक पहुंचाना वो देश के लिए अच्छी बात कह रहे हैं। यहाँ तो जो लोग गाली गलौज दे रहे हैं उनकी बात पहुंचाई जाती थी, और एक अच्छा संदेश हर नागरिक तक पहुंचना चाहिए, इसमें किसी को क्या एतराज हो सकता है?
This is the second year in a row when the RSS chief's address has been telecast live on DD, a practice that began after the BJP came to power last year. Vishal Dahiya's report for Rajya Sabha television.
Now, Ravan Dahan was celebrated at the Ramlila Maidan in Delhi today in the presence of President Pranab Mukherjee and Vice President Mohammad Hamid Ansari and BJP President Amit Shah. Former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Party Vice President Rahul Gandhi were also present for the event. As violent protests continue in Punjab over the alleged desecration of the Sikh holy book, an Aam Aadmi Party delegation led by its MP Bhagwat Mann met Home Minister on Thursday, urging the Home Minister to ensure peace in the state. He also called for action against erring policemen.
As protests boil over in Punjab over the alleged desecration of the Sikh holy book, a delegation of the Aam Aadmi Party met Home Minister Rajnath Singh in the national capital on Thursday. The delegation has urged Rajnath to ensure peace in the state and also demanded immediate action against the killing of two protesters in police firing last week.
पुलिस जो है उसको किसने ऑर्डर दिया गोली चलाने का? शांति पूर्वक धरना दे रहे जो सतनाम वाहिगुरु का कीर्तन कर रहे लोगों पर, जिसमें 2 लोग मारे गए और बाकी बहुत से जख्मी हुए हैं और जिंदगी मौत की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं अस्पतालों में, और उसके बाद अनआइडेंटिफाइड पुलिसमैन पर पर्चा हो जाता है। क्या पुलिस भी कभी अनआइडेंटिफाइड हुई है?
Concerned over continuing protests, the Home Minister assured Mann of keeping an eye on the situation in the state. He also promised help in diffusing tensions. The opposition, however, seems unconvinced.
The situation in Punjab is primarily a result of 2 factors. One, the government tried to polarize the state for getting electoral dividends in the ensuing 2017 elections. And the other is that people are absolutely angry and fed up with the state government.
The centre has sought a report from the Punjab government over the alleged foreign hand in the incidents of sacrilege that originally sparked the protests. An SIT is probing the incident now. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now, with the prices of pulses skyrocketing, the centre has decided to start procuring 40,000 of pulses directly from farmers. This will be done through NAFED and SFSE. Starting November, the pulses thus procured will be used to create a buffer stock. NAFED will procure from state cooperatives, FCI from state government organizations and SFAC from farmer producer organizations. A cabinet note in this regard is being moved. Around 5,000 tons of pulses have already been imported and are being distributed to states. Prices of pulses have shot up recently due to a fall in output, with arhar dal being sold at 200 rupees per kilogram in the retail market. Now, Delhi today observed its first car-free day. In fact, Chief Minister Kejriwal led a cycle rally to support the initiative. Hundreds of people, including his cabinet members, cycled from Red Fort to Bhagwan Das Marg. The car-free day is aimed at encouraging people to use public transport. Kejriwal urged people to make Delhi roads safer and said his government is working on a project to redesign them.
सब लोग लग जाएं तो जरूर कामयाब होगी, क्यों नहीं होगी। सबको मिलके पोल्यूशन को और ट्रैफिक को कम करना है। सड़कों को सुधारना पड़ेगा। सड़कों को जैसे मैंने अभी थोड़े दिन पहले हम लोगों ने बताया था कि रीडिजाइन करना है सड़कों को, साइकिल ट्रैक्स भी बनाने हैं, पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट को इम्प्रूव करना है।
Let's now get you some more updates from around the country in Nationwide. South Kashmir's towns of Anantnag and Bijbehara and uptown areas in Srinagar were placed under curfew today. The restrictions were placed after a surge in violence following the death of an Anantnag district in a petrol bomb attack at Udhampur recently. Rajasthan will introduce a new syllabus in government schools from the next academic session. Chapters reportedly not compatible with local culture and value system will be omitted. The syllabus will focus on great leaders and history of the state. The Kerala High Court today observed that madrasas can function as polling booths as they are neither a place of religious worship nor a place of religious significance. This after the State Election Commission submitted a request to relocate some polling booths to other buildings since those buildings were madrasas. Time for us to take a very quick break. On the other side, all the international news. Assad's Moscow visit irks the United States, but Putin remains unfazed. All that and more on the other side.
Get live Rajya Sabha session. News, views, reports and analysis you can trust on social media. Subscribe, follow, like Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back. You're watching the news at 6. Some international news now. And Pakistan claims it has done enough to prove its intent on fighting terror. Miffed at the United States' suggestions that it needs to do more to ensure stability in the region, Pakistan Foreign Secretary said that others also need to play their part. Washington is urging action against the Haqqani network, while Islamabad is keen to divert attention by raising the Kashmir issue.
Ahead of the Obama-Sharif meeting, Pakistan taking an aggressive stand, claiming that it's done all it can to fight terrorism. And now other world leaders need to take over. Foreign Secretary Azaz Ahmad Chaudhry argued that Pakistan had a strong record against terrorism and the world can't expect any more from the Sharif government. Earlier, US Secretary of State John Kerry met Nawaz Sharif, calling him to take stronger action against groups like the Haqqani network. The United States has also raised concerns about Pakistan's nuclear arsenal. Sharif claims the security situation has improved significantly in Pakistan. He also maintained that the low-yield nuclear weapons with Pakistan are only a tactical counter to India's cold start doctrine, and that there are no chance of Islamist militants seizing atomic weapons. Sharif's comments came during his address at the US-Pakistan Council that was attended by American CEOs. Pakistan has claimed it is seeking better ties with neighbors, especially India. The problem, according to it, is Kashmir, which is a contentious issue. The focus of the Obama-Sharif talks has shifted to tensions with India rather than counter-terrorism operations. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And Pakistan could become the world's 5th largest nuclear weapons state by the year 2025. According to a report published in the United States, Pakistan currently has a stockpile of 110 to 130 warheads compared to 90-110 in 2011. At this rate, Pakistan is tipped to rank just behind the United States, Russia, China and France. The report, co-authored by 2 nuclear analysts, estimates that Pakistani warheads could possibly expand to 220 to 250 in the next 10 years. Pakistan has at least 6 types of operational nuclear-capable ballistic missiles. It is also likely to develop short-range nuclear-capable cruise missiles to counter Indian troops. Now, Bashar al-Assad's growing proximity to Vladimir Putin and his recent visit to Moscow have ruffled feathers in the West. The White House said, though it is not surprised by the visit, such tactics will not help find a political solution to the civil war. The United States' main concern is that Russia's continued military support to Syria will in fact embolden the Assad government, and this could be counterproductive to achieving the goal of a political transition in the country. Assad flew to Moscow on Tuesday to personally thank Putin for Russian support. He said Russia's involvement had stopped terrorism becoming more widespread and harmful. The visit sends a clear message that Moscow will not back down, and any road to diplomatic settlement must include Moscow and the Assad government.
Our concern from the very beginning was that this would potentially embolden Assad and to preserve his ability to hang on to power longer, at the expense of the opposition and at the expense of innocent Syrian people. What I can tell you is, regardless of the visit, nothing's going to change about what we're focused on. Just 2 things: going after ISIL inside Syria and inside Iraq, and trying to get at a political track, a political solution here.
Now, ending months of speculation, U.S. Vice President Joe Biden announced he will not run for the Democratic nomination in the 2016 White House race. Announcing this from the White House, Rose Gordon, along with his wife Jill and President Barack Obama, Biden said that the window for a successful campaign had closed after the death of his son Beau. The vice president also defended Obama's presidential legacy in what was seen as a pointed warning to Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton. Time now to take a look at all the other international news and global buzz. After the 2-night stay, Chinese President Xi Jinping was bid farewell by Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip at Buckingham Palace. President Xi will continue his 4-day state visit to Britain that concludes on Friday with a visit to Manchester City before flying home. The United States, France, Britain and Germany have asked the UN Security Council to take action against Iran for conducting a ballistic missile test earlier this month. The committee representing these nations said that the missile was capable of delivering a nuclear weapon. Residents in the northern Aurora province of Philippines have started rebuilding their homes that were devastated by Typhoon Kopu. The typhoon is now downgraded into a tropical depression from a Category 4 typhoon. It destroyed houses and crops of hundreds of hectares besides killing at least 56 people. South African riot police fired stun grenades at hundreds of protesting students who stormed the Parliament precinct in Cape Town. They were trying to disrupt the reading of Finance Minister Nene's interim budget that outlined a gloomy outlook for Africa's most advanced economy. Hundreds of students demanded that the government scrap hikes in tuition fees. Time now for all the sports in Sports Beat. Indian shuttler HS Pranoy won a hard-fought game against former world number one Lin Dan of China to reach the second round of the French Open Super Series. The Indian defeated 2-time Olympic champion and 5-time world champion 14-21, 21-11, 21-17 in over an hour and 11 minutes. Indian ace shuttler Saina Nehwal lost her world number 1 spot to reigning champion Carolina Marin. Sania's performance in the last 2 games includes Japan Open and Denmark Open led her to drop to world number 2 in the women's singles. However, PV Sindhu remained at number 13 despite her appearance in the finals of the Denmark Open on Sunday. Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain played out a goalless draw in the Champions League. Cristiano Ronaldo's downward header off a Marcelo cross was played away by Kevin Trapp before Edinson Cavani's volley went narrowly wide. Later, former Madrid player Angel Di Maria's cut from the left was saved by Keylor Navas to end the goalless game. Manchester City came from a goal down to beat Sevilla 2-1 in the Champions League. In fact, Yeven put Sevilla ahead in the 30th minute. City were level 6 minutes later with a goal from Rami. That was an own goal following a goal-marked scramble. Now, Kevin De Bruyne won it for City in injury time after slotting home from inside the box. Well, that's all from us. Goodbye.